If you didn't see part one, show you a little bit of what we've done this morning. Worked on this little blowfish. Gave him a little different tail than I normally do. Worked on this little pot here. Worked on this one a little bit this morning. Just took off some off the heel area. Try to make it flow a little nicer. Another little blowfish with a little flip tail on him. Obviously needs some more work. Here's the one that I made for myself over at Grunewald at Raw Crafter Smokers Haven last year. When he taught me to make the Emberling series, which the ones he makes is called Buckeye Briars. Really appreciated Primal inviting me into his shop and taking the time to teach me how to make these. I'm going to start on another one. This one's probably going to be a handmade. It's probably not going to be an Emberling. It's already been drilled, but instead of a tapered, it's going to take a regular tenon. I had a little thing made here, and I think it's too short though. What did I do with it? Let me grab it. Actually, I'm gonna go and cut the outline out a little closer, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, sorry about that. I had to step away for a minute to get a little closer to the shape here. It's going to be kind of a fig shape if all works out well. And this one will hopefully be a handmade instead of being a Emberling. I had a couple mouthpieces here, but I think they're going to be too short. This actual mouthpiece was made for a that's tight. This one's made for a Lovat, really. And even this one is, which is longer, I think is still too short. The tenon's a little long for this. I'm going to leave it though, because I don't think I'm going to use this material. Even though I like the material, I like the accent ring, I just don't think it's quite long enough for the pipe. I don't know. I'm torn. I really feel like it needs a little bit longer mouthpiece on that. I'll figure that out later. Right now we'll just work on shaping and see where we can get to. So we'll reposition you. It's going to get loud, but we'll reposition you to the shaping wheel so you can see what I'm doing. I think I might bring another light in to the game. Light is definitely your friend. I don't know how it is for the screen. Looks like it's okay. So we're going to fire that up, and hope you guys enjoy it. I'll check in here in a few minutes after I get started. Sweet. Looking forward to seeing them. How many did you end up sending, Seth? Did you send 2, or was there more than that? I'm hoping for more. I'll take whatever you can send, obviously, to help you out, but I'm hoping for more. How often do you get your knuckles on the 32 grit paper? Occasionally. And even the 240, that takes skin off pretty quick. But what you'll learn is to actually use that as a feeling gauge. You can get to where you just barely touch yourself with it, and you don't actually grind meat off, and it helps you with knowing where you are. I mean, not a snap back to reality type thing, but it gives you a better idea if you're really close to it and you can just occasionally feel it touch. I think it really helps with knowing exactly what you're taking off. This one here, I think I'm going to hold up on that one a little bit more. I've got to give that some thought, because this is the I've made one other. I've made one other kind of heart-shaped or fig-shaped or whatever these, but it's been a while. I took good chunks out with just 80 grit. Yeah, as you're getting used to it, you'll remove a little bit of meat. Especially when you got knuckles that stick up like that from cysts and stuff. They let you know they're there occasionally. But I really have kind of got to a point now where I'm like right there beside it, and you'll feel it just barely touch you, and gives you a better reference point of where you are and what you're grinding. Sounds kind of silly, I know, but at least I find it that way. I don't know if other guys do. I think I'm going to switch over to 400 and go back to that pot shape and work on that just a little bit more. Try to refine it. After lunch, I took me a couple of swigs of Monster. Don't tell the wife. In order so I can perk up a little bit. I'm a little dragging for some reason. And this is going to be a long day. It's not over anytime soon. It's only 3:30 here. I've got a ways to go, so maybe I'll finish the rest of it off when she's not looking later. Get back down to the, whoa. Get back down here to the wheel. I've switched out to the, darn it. Sorry, I apologize. Didn't have it in the holder evidently very well. There we go. Now we'll get back down on the 400 grit wheel and see if we can refine this just a little bit more. Here we go. smokes. That says 32 minutes already. Man, time flies. How in the world? Forgot that light was there. Let's see. 400 grit. 320 grit. Wonder if we can pull out some 240. I guess it's 240. So I'm going to do this to see if I can put a little bit of a flat on the bottom of it. I'm not sure this will work out as a sitter, but we'll see. It's not the mouthpiece. Barely. We'll put just a little bit more on it to stabilize it, hopefully. That's 400. Another 320. Didn't mean to throw that on the floor. Oh well, we'll get it later. I'll switch up to 400. The wife just got home. There's the garage door. It sits. Well, there's not a huge flat on the bottom. But if you're careful, currently. Maybe I should make it a little bit more pronounced so it'll stay just a little bit better. Put a little bit of tobacco in it. It may even help a little more, but we'll flatten that off just a little bit more to try to make it sit just a little better. It didn't have a monster to wake you up. We'll go back down and grit again to take a little bit more material off. Back to 320. 100. I think a little extra will make it sit a little better. And I don't feel that it really affected the shape too much, putting that small flat on there. I mean, you can see it if you look for it, but I think if you like a sitter, let's see. You see just a little bit of a teardrop shape. And you put just a little tobacco in that. It'll probably even set a little better, I would imagine. We'll see. Emulate tobacco in it with a, oh, can't have it leaning. If I can have anything shorter that won't lean on me. Yep, it leaned. But even with that little wooden dowel leaning, oh, it'll tolerate it that direction a little bit. It doesn't like it leaning over there though. But I can't imagine tobacco creating it to cant. I mean, yeah, you can knock it over, but for the most part, if you just take just a second to think about it instead of just throwing it down on the table, it will sit. Voicemail. Yeah, I have a ball bearing in the house. I don't have one with me. But I think it's going to sit okay. I mean, if it's sitting empty, it's not going to put weight back here. It's just going to put more weight in the bowl. I'm pretty confident that it is going to set well. Maybe she's needing help carrying something in. I hear her out in the garage. So I'm gonna go see what I can help her with. I'd say she needs something. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and looking forward to seeing you guys in Chicago. And I will talk to you later. Pipe on.